Let's talk about perhaps the travel advisory from countries like Malaysia, Australia, Indonesia, and even Nigeria, just weeks after the UK issued a travel advisory to Nigeria because of the protest that was to take place in the country. Now we are seeing Nigeria, return the same favor, if I may call it that way, issuing a travel advisory to its citizens to avoid areas of protest. Let's talk about what this means and if there's any impact or what you read from all of this communication we are seeing in the part of travel advisories.
Well, I guess we have to see the Nigerian fact. Of course, when Nigeria saw the travel advice, people were doubting it first and foremost. They say, is it really genuine? Travel advice for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs over the Nigerian High Commission, advising Nigerians in the United Kingdom to avoid different locations that the riot and the protest is taking place. When you now put that aside, then the question is, what is the strength between the two nations and other nations that are advising this?
Kingdom. There is no doubt that it is credible. It is worthy to advise because that is what nations should do about their citizens who are in different nations. And so it gives Nigeria the opportunity to, if you say, hit me, I hit you, or scratch me, I scratch you, kind of a theory, whereby they're advising their British citizens not to go to Nigeria or to avoid the different places in Nigeria. But reality, let's quickly think of it. We have 200+ million population in the country. We have millions of Nigerians coming to UK or live in the United Kingdom or passing through the United Kingdom. The number of British that goes to Nigeria is 0.001% compared to Nigerians. So it is good that we give that advice because we are not a nation and we're an independent nation. But I think I'm not too sure that it will have a bigger impact on Nigerians living. And I would prefer, for example, later on to have a data analysis and seeing how many Nigerians really are living in UK, heading back home within the period, and asking them if they were really living or going on holiday because of the riot in the United Kingdom.
Interesting. So let's also look at how the police has been handling this matter. There are reports that some police were attacked in the process of trying to douse the tension or trying to protect protesters, and we're seeing some attacks on even their vehicles. Talk to us from what you have seen, watched, and read, how the police has been able to manage this. I recall you mentioned earlier that the police is looking like they are being overstretched to handling this matter, and the riots doesn't seem like it would end anytime soon.
Yes, I would say the police definitely are overstretched because now they have to pull resources from all the police units across the country in order for them to streamline it to those directions and those locations where the riot is higher than normal. And so when you look into that account, they have been cool, but the resources is needed for them to be able to douse the tensions in different places. For example, the one that took place in Northern Ireland, they attacked the police van, police places, and good enough that they have a good number there, and in places like Plymouth as well. That again show that the people are there, but again now they're beginning to have counter protests, which means they have other people now who are protesting against this violent far right groups or people using that angle to create more riot, and which of course outnumber those who are creating the riot in a negative way than those who are protecting to make sure that their voices too are amplified. But again, you see, this is the reason why, for example, the government as well is talking about misinformation and disinformation using platforms like the social media to push those narratives out. And the government in the UK as well is looking into state actors. Could there be outsiders who are influencing this, which again, somebody being Nigerian, you can look into the riot that is taking place in the country to say there are things that shows maybe there are people who are instigating, increasing the tempo. But nevertheless, the police definitely are looking into all the videos, and you can be rest assured that at the end of the day, majority of the people that have committed crime will be found already. For example, people have already been going to court, which is another thing that you can see within days, people are already appearing in court, which is something a nation like Nigeria should emulate, whereby when crimes are committed, rather than allowing it to continue to drag for months and years without ending, immediately deal with the situation, because that then will send messages back to people who are thinking or planning to do similar thing in the near future.